y'all. We're back. It's the Yeti, and with me as always, is my brother, Fats King.
And that's why you don't always do the intros.
That's why he does it, because I'll fuck it up every time. So, congratulations. That's for you guys.
Okay. Today, we are joined by some longtime friends of the show and quite possibly one of the hottest fucking acts out there right now, Sky Swamp Orange.
What up?
Pew, pew, pew.
We have been trying to fucking knock this one down for at least 2 weeks now, I think, and schedules and life and all that bullshit, but it is so fucking great to have you guys on the show again, especially after what has just taken place. We'll get to that in a second. So I wanted to talk about, first and foremost, so what did everybody, like, how was everyone's reactions to you after camp? Like because I know that was the last thing you guys have kind of done before the album dropped. I want to go from there before we get to there. You know what I'm saying? So like, what was it like getting home after that? You know what I mean?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I think that's probably the best show we could have like closed out that year with. We saw like a pretty solid uptick of just like, I don't know, like reactive and active people in the community, like just active fans, you know. People were like, holy shit, like, I don't know. It was kind of a whirlwind, but also I'm gonna let you take it.
I think like after we did Nasty Bash, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there was kind of this moment of like a word of mouth kind of thing. Like we saw a little like peak like right there online where, you know, either people that had been at the show, like, you know, with you guys, or I don't know, just we started seeing our names, like we kept getting tagged and shit, and like seeing more of an uptick in things, if you will. And I think that's kind of what got us onto Zool's radar a little bit. And then you know, I think a lot of people were starting to hear our name, and then once we did camp, it kind of put a face to the name a little bit, even though there were some set overlapping issues, so not everybody got to see our set, I think. But
I'll hold my hand up because that was me.
No. It was, I mean, you had like Mad Max performing at the same time too on a different stage, so it kind of tore people, you know. But I think since camp though, we've definitely seen like our streaming numbers go up, the follows, and just the interaction in general, which was funny because it was all of our old shitty music that was available. And I'm like, man, if these motherfuckers, if they keep running out Simple Strangers, we're never gonna run away from it, right? Like,
You know, I wanted to talk about that a little bit because
we definitely will.
I really
It's our fucking
enjoy
show.
those albums, and I listened to them, and then I listened to Odium, and I'm like, okay, well,
where'd they go?
yeah, it's totally different, and it's not in a bad way at all. It's just I was like, this is a different sound, sort of. Was this something that you planned on to have happening, or did it just sort of? This is what sort of happened in the moment when you started writing.
So I guess it's kind of hard to, this is gonna like kind of contradict itself a little bit, because like it's a little bit yes and a little bit no. The reason for that though is that we had always set out to make as many different kinds of music as we want to, and not confined to any particular like specific genre. So I know for me, how this kind of initially snowballed into what it was like Harmonies and Hangovers was meant to be kind of really more of like a vibey, chill kind of thing. And then, you know, Closet Bones was our experiment to see how
That
we
was
could
just
do
starting
this,
out.
you know? We were just starting out.
We were recording in a trap house.
But I know
Yeah.
for me,
No bullshit.
I kept pushing. I was like, I really want us to write a heavy song. Like, let's see what we can do, because this could be dope. I think we could kill, like...
If you were talking about the older tracks, I feel like Suburban Reaper maybe gave a little clue of what you could or where you would be heading. too. And I will say this before we got to where we are. That one and Prism. I've told you those are my two favorite. Before this, those were my two favorite songs from you. If we're talking about the old shit,
Yeah,
was
those
Suburban
two,
Reaper and Prism.
those songs specifically, I feel like I always cite those as like, if you listen to those, it's kind of like you can kind of see how we got to where we are. Because it's like we saw what worked with Prism, we saw what worked with Reaper, and we kind of just were like, let's take that, let's taint it, and make it heavier.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's
yeah.
tune our fucking guitars down like a whole nother step and fucking be disruptive as shit.
See, now
Okay,
I'm
so-
hoping that I really enjoy my favorite track. Actually, I really love Luna, and I just like the vibe and the chill. And one of the things I noticed, Stray, I saw some of your TikToks went up, where you'd been doing some duets for a while.
Yeah.
And the one that I don't know, there was just some other level of swag that you turned on when you just looked at the camera and hit it with the "But the money makes me handsomer." I was just like, where did this swag come from? It was just, I was like, this is the vibe I like. I really enjoyed that flow, and I know you have a solo album coming up soon. So
Who said that?
Kayfabe, too soon.
who said the guy that got the thing in his envelope when he bought his album that came in the mail 2 days ago?
I'm gonna have to talk to upper management about that one.
All right. So
I don't know,
before we talk about the giant elephant in the room, I just want to ask one more question from older performances. At Nasty Bash, everyone knows I do a lot of psychedelics, so I don't always remember anything quite white. But did you play Hourglass at that show?
Yep.
We sure did.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I
But-
fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I heard it, and I was like, I know what that is. I know what that is.
And fun fact, we played most of the album at Nasty Bash, but the thing is, they were not the final versions that they are now on the album and stuff. So you were hearing kind of like rough versions of kind of stuff, and I don't know, lyrics changed, fucking parts changed, but yeah, we did Hourglass. That was the one and only time we've played that so far. So
Okay. All right. Damn. That blew my fucking mind because I had to ask that or else I was gonna forget. So Odium. Jesus Christ. I said this to Novels, so I can now say this to you on air. Probably one of my favorite albums that's dropped in the last 5 years.
well, thank you, man. We
That really shows.
I can't stop listening to it. That's not just like me being like, oh my god, I want to hype up so much because like I want you guys to like me. No, this shit is unfucking believable. I was not expecting everything that you dropped.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, it seems to be the collective kind of responses, like oh shit,
Yeah.
they got better.
Oh shit.
Better's not the right word. It just focused. This is such an attack on your senses from top to bottom. We're not gonna go through and do like every song like I would like to at someday. We will come back to that. We'll maybe have you guys on for like a segment we like to call Anatomy of an Album. We'll do that eventually. But I just want to like writing these songs, like Jesus Christ, how fucking hard did you have to dig into you to get some of this subject matter? Like
Very, very deep. I mean, obviously, like it's definitely the deepest material we have. You know, this, I don't know, it's definitely the most like introspective project because obviously, like the album is themed around hate, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just outward hate; it's also inward.
Yep.
And that makes sense. So just kind of picking apart things about yourself, things about your environment, surroundings, and
is that how you came up with? And that's how you came up to the name?
yeah. So you want to tell him about the name? He came up with it.
I mean, so Just the theme was so like dark and heavy and hateful, like off the rip. So I was like, we should just call it what it is, but like without making it so obvious, basically. So
Yeah.
I figured like, what's the root word? Like, I don't know. I think Latin is like a very like intense language in a lot of
Mhm.
ways, and so I was like, why don't we find a Latin root word for like how we could explain like this feeling of deep rooted like just widespread hate, and that was how we found the name. That's the Latin name for it, is Odium.
That's like
We're
it's so fucking it's so fucking eloquent, bro. And it's like wrapping silk around a baseball bat before you hit somebody with it.
I like that.
You're welcome. I'm a fucking wordsmith.
It definitely gives me strong vibes of one of my favorite books, American Gods. It just something about that name. It just invokes the feelings and the sort of the imagery that I get from that of gods. There's vengeful, angry gods that are just out on a mission. And well done.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. What was the first track that kind of became guaranteed to go on the album? Like how did you like you know what I'm saying? Like, am I getting my words right? I'm really high.
Yeah, you're getting the words right.
I think it was
Shed. It was
right?
Shed.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. I'm gonna tell you now. I've already said it online, but I've warned everyone. Some of this shit that when it gets played at camp, people are going to get knocked the fuck down.
But we pick them back up.
That's right.
We do pick them back up.
Well, that's so you can knock them down again.
Yeah, just so you can knock them down again. There is a method.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It gets heavy. We're fucking stoked for camp.
Yeah. Can you tell me one track you're gonna play? Just one.
Shed.
Yeah. Shed's there.
Boom.
What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear at camp?
Out of curiosity. Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna change our set, but we'll see if we put something that's in the set.
Now I'm put on the spot. Ivy.
Okay. Maybe.
Definitely the track with Jared. Fucking After I Woke Up.
Now that I woke up.
Now that I woke up. Thank you. I told you I'm stoned. That's definitely a good one. I feel like people are going to request Hourglass, but I don't know if you're going to do that or not.
Guess you got to be out our set.
And then
I don't know. I mean, is it what people really want? They want to be fucking bawling their eyes out.
Have you seen? Okay. So I love all my homies that are on my shit, but everybody who's been asked, "What's your favorite song?" Almost everybody's been like Hourglass.
Yeah.
I think it's just in a weird way, it's the closest thing we've written to a ballad, I suppose. I don't know. Like, people like that shit, you know?
That's
yeah, I mean,
it's I'm not gonna say it's a power ballad, but it's got that vibe.
I mean, people love when they hit the, that Love Don't Live Here Anymore, like those sad songs, just right at the tail end. It's like, oh, here comes the sad one, and then
fucking lighters in the air.
Yeah.
Crying, swaying back and forth.
It's hard to say, man, because it's like we got like a 20-minute set at camp, so we're trying to cram in as much as we fucking can. But I can tell you, it's a brutal set.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be hard to slim it down to that small, especially with a new album.
Kind of set, unless it's rough.
I can't. I'm so looking forward to everything being in one room and not having to fucking bounce around and figure out what I'm going to go see. But the first year was a prototype. We all learned. Don't camp in November.
By one room, you mean like outside?
Well, I mean, one part of it was outside. You wasn't fucking there.
No. I was there for a couple hours.
Yeah, when we interviewed Fun Time, which you can go back and watch if you want to see.
Yeah, check the library thing or whatever.
Good episode.
While I'm plugging old episodes, go back and watch our interviews with Novels and Ronnie and our interview with Stray.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
Then you'll be really all caught.
Yeah, you can know what's going on because you're going to want to know because, like we're saying, these guys are up next, so maybe catch up before it's too late and you're all confused.
Find out who hurt us, who touched us.
Yeah,
Find
and
out.
where and when.
Yeah.
So, how
Upper
long
Man-
did it? How long did it take you guys to put this all together? This fucking behemoth of a record.
Roughly 2 years.
Yeah.
See, I felt like everybody kept asking you, when are you gonna drop an album? When are you gonna drop an album? And like, patience. The best is the best rewards are always given to those who wait. And I'm glad you guys took the time to make the record you really wanted to make, and you can hear that.
You know what the problem was? And honestly, like, I feel like I probably held up the album the most because I rewrote the lyrics on like pretty much every single song like 10 million times.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I was like super hard on myself for a lot of it, and it got to the point where everybody was just like, "All right, dude, stop."
No, he's not kidding about that. There were literally points where like, all right, dude, do not change this line. It's good. This is a great line. Don't change it. Like, keep the line. And then it'd be like, all right, I won't change it. 2 days later, it'd be like, so I wrote another line. Do you want to just like hear it, or like we like really say no? And it's just like,
How often more than not was his second choice the one that actually went with?
like 90% of the time.
That's best you're good, baby.
Like, Paulie, what are we looking at on time?
We got about 11 minutes.
Okay. We're not paying for StreamYard anymore. He'll cut this out. We're not paying for StreamYard anymore. So at 30 minutes, it's gonna cut us off, and we'll have to send another link. But let me get my bearings, and we'll keep this going.
We're on the phone though.
Shut up. You just
I fucked the whole
derailed me
brain
more than I
out.
already.
Yeah.
You just derailed me more than I already derailed myself. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
7 steps. So, there's been some questions that I reached out to the fans and I asked some people.
I was waiting for this part.
And I asked some questions, and we got Ask Sky Swamp, and I'm just gonna drop a few of these before we go any further. So the homie Scotty Vance wants to know why is Novels so adorable?
It's a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice, and all that's nice. You know, it's my DNA.
And hitting it twice.
I knew I was gonna have to ask that one. I didn't have a choice. Now this one's a little bit more actually a question. Fucking the homie Wesley Breyer, he wants to know, and it's funny because it's just you two. He wants to know why we don't see Ronnie or Hunter as much in the social media.
So with Ronnie and Hunter, we pay a subscription fee. So, some months we pay it, some months we don't, and you know, it is what it is. I don't know. So with those two, they're just like the elusive ones, if you will. They're the cool guys in the group. You know, we're the Madonnas, dude. Come on. I'm just kidding. No, like it's funny with like Hunt and stuff. Like Hunt is he's just a very reserved guy, and he's more of a like, I don't know, have a couple drinks and then he'll chat with you like nonstop.
Yeah.
But
like, he could talk about literally anything, but like, you got to get him there first.
But trust me, we try to get them to do these kind of things, and they're like, "Y'all got this." Like, they just be thugging on us, man, and we're just like, okay.
The silent partners, if you will.
We're being held hostage here, so you never know who I'm looking at as upper management. There's always someone here.
I don't know if he can hear it or not, but I have to give credit for someone who makes Ed feel like his hair isn't majestic enough.
Yeah. Well, hey, fan theory. Have you ever seen Whip and Hunt at the same time in the same place?
Oh shit.
You know, one wears a mask. Have you seen him without the mask? Because
okay.
I'm just putting that as purely speculation, you know?
Someone else wants to know what is the lore behind the ski mask character? Does he have a name? Is there more about this thing that we should know?
His name is Reginald.
No,
Which is, nah, man, he's Odium. You know, he's so the idea behind the mask. Not to jump on the fucking mask train out here.
If you sell them, people will buy them. I'm just saying.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what though? We're
Yeah.
not. We don't want to fucking.
We don't
want
wanna
to
get
jumping on
sued.
the fucking
Yeah.
train. Like, I don't know. We like to. We want to find our own shit. You know what? There's enough masks being sold out there. Y'all got enough to cover your faces. We want to see your pretty faces.
This
All
is
right,
very
but,
true.
If you search hard enough online, you can find it.
You can find it. Odium. Yeah, we didn't do anything. We bought that. So, fucking but
Hold on,
pretty much-
motherfuckers are gonna search that now. You know that, right?
good luck. But fucking pretty much the idea behind it was that hate doesn't have a face. You know, it doesn't have a gender. It doesn't have an ethnicity. It's just hate is hate. You know, it's an energy. And we just wanted something that physically represented that. So if you go back and even watch some of like the solo videos that we had dropped,
Yup, the one with,
Leading
I
up-
definitely know. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
well, I'm telling you, you go onto our channel, literally every single video, like post Suburban Reaper, I promise you the mask is in there. Like, even
Somewhere.
when you can't see it, it's like we hid it. And as the videos went on, it got a little more obvious. I think Rituals was like the first time you really saw it, like
Mhm.
out.
As a character.
Yeah, and so it's kind of supposed to be like a buildup of like the hate's just like following us, pretty much, you know. And then we get to Blacklight, and it's Odium in full bloom. You know, it's like it's here, it's hating, but if you notice, it's us. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
us wearing the mask. Like in Blacklight, you see it's like you can tell it's each one of us kind of like having different moments where we're in the mask and shit, because it's like it's either us hating ourselves or hating on another person, whatever, you know. It's just like we're not trying to say like, oh, there's like this ghoulish person haunting us. No, it's just like our bad headspaces, our memories, our, you know, that haunt us and shit like that. And that's just how we tried to visually show that, you know. But it's not like
yeah.
this motherfucker's about to be our mascot and you're gonna see him on every, you know.
No, this is just for this time, right?
This is Odium, you know what I mean? Like whatever we do next is gonna be some completely different, you know.
And you know, and that's something else. That's another question. Somebody said that they want to know. I don't understand how you'll answer this, but I'm gonna fucking ask it anyway. They want to know how you bend so many genres, how so many of your songs, nothing you make sounds like the thing you made before, and you can't put any kind of, oh well, that's metal, oh that's rap, oh that's, you know what I mean. You definitely cannot do that with your guys' music, and this fan wanted to know how you do that. So good fucking luck answering that.
I think so. You know, long story short, like we all come from different musical backgrounds and stuff. We, you know, he comes from predominantly like a metal kind of background and stuff. I'm sure you can tell. And,
Right.
You know, I grew up in like a hip hop scene, just rapping and stuff with my friends, and you know, like the other guys in the band, they also kind of had, you know, different influences or played different types of music like for the band, but pretty much the idea with this band was to be limitless. It's kind of like we know that there's bands, like we're not inventing the wheel out here. We're not like the first people to rap over distorted guitars. It's like, but our goal was to do it in a way that doesn't sound like another band doing it. Like we're not out here trying to be Linkin Park. We're not out here trying to be a Limp Bizkit. It's like we want to kind of like take things like that and flip it on its ass a little bit. So it's like
you can see traces of that, you know, that you grew up listening to it, but I wouldn't say that you're stealing from or comparing you to.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's fine. We've seen a lot of people compare us to like, oh, they sound like a combo of this and this, and it's like we take it all as compliments and stuff because clearly, like, you're gonna hear our influences in it. It's just how much of what spice are we throwing in the pot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime I've ever tried to introduce anyone to your band since I've discovered you, I've said it's just Sky Swamp Orange. I can't describe anything other than just listen to it.
Dude,
Like,
you know how funny it is?
Fusion.
Thank you.
Fusion,
but you know
yeah.
what's funny is like I hate it when people like who've never heard of the band, but they meet me and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in a band." They're like, "Oh, what kind of music do you play?" I feel like the most pretentious fucking person in the world because I'm like, "Oh, it's a little bit of everything," and I'm like, I really clear that up. I'm like, "Yo, I'm not meaning to sound like a douche right now. I'm like, here, just listen, you know, like." I'll ask people, I'm like, what kind of music do you listen to? And that'll decide what song I show you.
Like, yeah, right. Yeah,
that's a damn good tactic to take at that.
Right. And with Odium, it was kind of like we wanted each song to kind of be its own thing, but it also to be a cohesive kind of thing. So that's why you got stuff like Now That I Woke Up that's like basically a hardcore song that's like in your face, like thrash metal almost. And then you got something like Hourglass. You know what I mean? It's the spectrum of hate. You know what I mean? Like
this is my own personal question, just because I'm a huge fan of the fucking band. What was it like collabing with Jared from Head PE?
It was
dope. He was a cool guy.
He was dope. I mean, he has a great work ethic. He had that to us in
2 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe, if that.
Not even 2 weeks, I would say. And he got it quick. It was good quality. Like, and he was just like, "Hey, man, the song kicks ass. Hope you guys do well." I mean,
you know what was funny though when we first like reached out to Jared, right? To because we're fans of Head PE and all that kind of stuff, and we had that song kind of in our back pocket for like that was probably the second besides Shed. That was probably the second. That was like kind of in the bag, right?
Yeah.
But didn't have a chorus for it yet. And we were like, we threw around a couple names that we were like, oh, maybe we'll reach out to so and so, see if they're down. And but we thought of Jared, and I was just like, yo, this would be crazy to throw him on. And so we reached out to him, and he was at first he goes, all right, send me your music. And at that point, and I was like, well, you want to hear the track? He's like, no, I want to hear the band and shit. And so he went, and what I'm assuming is he went and watched Prism, right?
Yeah.
My man, he hit us. He goes, you guys remind me of The Cure.
That's my favorite.
Oh, no.
And he's like, wow. He's like, I am so excited to collab with you guys. Like, this will be so different for me. Thinking that we're going to send him something like Prism. And then we sent him Now That I Woke Up. And he's like, oh.
Oh.
Like,
oh.
I was like, come with it now. Come on. So, but he was super cool. And yeah, like just a chill dude, like gave us a dope ass hook, and we've had a couple other opportunities that come tossed our way from his camp and stuff, but I don't know, man, it's cool. I hope we get to rock some shows with them at some point.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be a fucking bill right there. You guys and fucking Head PE would definitely be a show that is can't miss. So, one of the final, we're going to wrap up this Ask Sky Swamp shit, because it's getting old. But one of the questions from the homie Jeff Ellis, he said he wanted to know what happened after Nasty Bash. He wanted a behind the scenes after you guys shut down the fucking stage.
You tell him he already knows what the fuck happened. He was there. You know what? If you were there, you were there. You want experiences like that? You want to have fun stories to tell your mom? Then come to a fucking show, all right? That's
we
all
go.
we have to say.
There we go. That's what I fucking.
Passed out.
That was night one.
Yeah.
I was fine.
I was fine. Oh shit. And then it's already been answered, but I think I missed it, so I'm gonna ask it anyway. Somebody wanted to know what the name Sky Swamp Orange comes from.
It's our trying to think of a witty answer. I don't know, man. It's just like
Nobody else has that name.
yeah. We like to say it was a Google generator thing. I don't know. No, really what it means is like, so it's like an abstract way of describing a sunset. So like, think of this, okay? Bear with me for a second.
Okay.
So imagine sunset, orangey kind of sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the clouds kind of in it, like those hazy kind of clouds. It looks like a little swamp in the sky. Drugs were not involved in the creation of this name, okay? So
Not at all. Not at all.
but depending on who you talk to in the band, it's got different meanings and shit like that. But pretty much like, so like a swamp is it's kind of like it's murky, it's weird, but there's a lot of weird like life inside the swamp, right?
Yes, absolutely.
The sky is something infinite, right? And then the color orange in like auras and stuff is like the color of creativity and stuff like that. So that's kind of where that came together. Honestly, who knows?
This is the last time they're gonna answer this. So if you didn't hear it,
answering this shit anymore.
You will never get again. Start treating it like fams and just be like, you'll find out on the next album.
You ask me one more time, we're changing the name. Sorry, I'm getting aggressive.
All right. So after a statement like Odium, what do you like? What's the feedback you've been getting? I mean, because I'm over here like just being fucking unbelievably fucking positive. But I want to know
how these dudes don't got a Grammy yet, bro. And we're just like, no. Honestly, it's been just a lot of love across the board, man.
Very positive feedback.
I haven't seen much like negative stuff towards it because we know all them haters are in the closet. So that's why they're the closet bones. Oh, okay. Upper management says I'm being too harsh, but I don't know, man.
I get that sometimes.
It's all positive, like all around the board.
Honestly, we're pretty overwhelmed, like positively overwhelmed by the positive reaction to it. None of us were really expecting it to have such a positive reaction as it did.
Even our first week numbers were like mind-blowing to us, and that's, we didn't pay for fucking streams.
That was all organically.
No bots, no nothing. That's you guys making that happen, and we're eternally fucking thankful. Like,
I mean, we did, yeah, we had that one Facebook ad that was like Odium out now, but like that is 99% just the word of mouth and people sharing it and like just the kind words that people have been giving us.
And like people like you guys and, you know, like the homies like Scott Vance. Shout out to Scotty motherfucking Vance.
Oh, right? We love Scotty V. That's like he's like the third member of everybody's team. Everybody loves Scotty.
Oh, I'm saying I love that guy, man. You know, and fun fact, when the pre-orders went live, he was the first person at midnight to grab that. And my man, and from what I know, he might be the first person to get their pre-order bundle, because I see this fucker posting photos that maybe he shouldn't be posting yet. So, yeah, no, I love these.
That's fucking awesome.
The fans have been fucking killing it, though, dude. Everybody's
I remember the first time we had talked about how you may or may not belong to this or any scene, but I'm gonna say this: I know that you were welcome in this fucking scene anytime you want to fucking release something.
Hey, this is where it's starting. All right, we don't know where things go, but take it
where you go.
But I promise you right now, if you are riding with us, then we're riding with you, and that's, I mean that wholeheartedly. This is no bullshit, because a lot of artists even in this scene, will talk that fucking shit, and they will make you and try to feed you the fucking bullshit, all right? When they don't really care, and you're looked at as a number, and I just wanted to go on record. We don't look at any of our fans as as a number or anything like that. I hate calling you all fans and shit. Like that, it just feels weird because it's like when I talk with people at shows, people hit me up online. It's like it feels like I'm just talking to my homies. Real shit. And I want y'all to know, like, we are no better than anybody listening to our fucking music. We are just trying to make the music for people that can relate to it, just like us, because we go through problems, and that's what fucking Odium is. And so for the people that have been hitting us up saying that they can relate to this shit or it's hitting them a certain way, then that is who this shit is for. And that's regardless of a scene, that's regardless of popularity, that's just, we're making music for the people that feel it. And that's how it's always gonna be, no matter where the shit goes.
And that's beautiful.
There is that 1% of people that might I suggest you dial it back just a tad. I can't really handle everything that hops in my inbox these days. I love you dearly. I really appreciate you listening to my music, but
stop being weird. All right, like we welcome the weird, but don't. Come on. You guys know what's weird and what, like, weird acceptable and weird just what the fuck, man.
Back
be
in the
adults
day,
about
the only option you had was like send something in the mail and then like hope you see it and open it. Now they can just be like in your DMs on like 6 different platforms, searching up where your house is. Like
I'm saying, I'm lecturing. No, straight up though, no, it's and the real shit. Like, if always feel free. Like, you can reach out to us.
Oh, for sure.
And if we don't hit you back, it's not
because you were weird.
Like, it's never because we're like, fuck this guy. Because if it is fuck this guy, we have no problem saying that to you. But it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I be opening messages at weird times, so I'm sorry if I leave anybody on red. Don't take it fucking personal. I have bad ADD. Okay?
That is real, because like you'll just roll over and check your phone like first thing in the morning, and then you know what? I'm just gonna take another 5-minute nap, and now I'm gonna forget about those messages when I wake back up.
Well, dude, we woke up to some heavy messages from people, and I'm just like, yo, let me get my coffee first.
Right,
like,
yeah.
All right. But no, seriously, man, it's all love. We appreciate everybody that's reached out and continues to share it and show other people. Like, that means a lot, and that's the way this thing grows, man. But we want, everybody to feel a part of this, because like the numbers we just did and continuing to do, like we said, it's like it's not bought. That's not like us jumping on like some popular playlist or something. That's literally all organic. That's just you guys and the word of mouth and just playing it,
Are you guys doing good numbers?
Yes. Very good numbers. Upper management. Where? They're like, oh, you think that number is good? Nah, man. But we can't thank people enough, man. Like, you guys, especially like you, like pre-Odium, even now, it's like you guys shared your platform with us early, and I truly think a lot of people first heard about us because of you guys and stuff. You know?
Thank you for that, because like we're just like I've always said this. We're just 2 dudes that like to talk about music and shit.
Hey, same.
Hey, yeah, fuck yeah.
So I know we are about to wrap up here, but I do want to ask one of my favorite types of questions. So
Douchebag.
That's your opinion, sir. So if you guys could do some kind of collaborative work with some kind of celebrity, what kind of product would you like to collaborate with them on? Like, outside of music, like if you could just work with somebody to make something else together, who and what?
Like not a song?
Yeah, like, not a song, like, shoes, shirts, clothing, whatever.
All right. Well, actually, forget all about that. I want to play Batman in a movie or be in a Batman movie.
All right. Well,
I'm shooting for the big.
Fuck your question. I'm just gonna put my dreams out.
So
here.
I guess you could say any big time director out there that's like, I love Sky Swamp Orange. I don't know.
So are they gonna be?
If they exist, they're not watching this.
So like we're talking like are we talking like we'll get a hold of DC and like are we talking Battinson verse or do we want a whole new universe for
Oh,
them?
I don't care. I would love to just be in any Batman.
Just as long as it says Batman on it.
Hey,
I would. Look, I love Robert Pattinson, but listen, I am a Batman freak.
He's more of a Batfleck kind of guy.
No,
you know?
I fucking hate Batfleck. Let's set the record straight. Snyderverse is a no-go from me.
Deep cuts from novels. Fuck the Snyderverse.
You know what I would do if I could team up with any celebrity to make something, right? I would get corn skewers, that you put in the end of corn. I would do that with Jonathan Davis.
Corn skewers.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You'd have to have them to have like little sound effects when you push them in, and they scat and ski bop.
Yeah. As I push it in, he goes, "Are you ready?"
Oh Jesus fucking Christ, that's phenomenal.
Twist.
You eat just you're right.
Twist. Okay, all right. That was oh my god, that's the greatest thing ever. Okay, so
With Corey Taylor.
I was so bummed I missed Astro because I couldn't meet Corey Taylor.
Yeah. He's incredibly short from what I hear. I've seen him
If you
once.
guys want to to him, he's right over here.
I'm Corey Taylor.
Wow, did not expect that.
Oh, yes.
You're talking
We out
about
here.
short
We're
people.
blowing up, bro.
He's talking about short people, and they don't understand that there's the tiny roar sitting beside fucking Stray.
Yeah.
Do the roar.
Do the roar! That fucking meme has me
Dance monkey.
dying.
Yeah, shouts to Bam Bam. Dude.
Yeah, for real. Dude. That shit. I saw that last night. I started dying. I was like, this made my whole fucking night.
I had every intention of having to bring that up, just no choice. But as we're wrapping up here, anything you want to tell people from here on?
Hey, keep listening. Fucking share that shit. I don't care. Look, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working and we love you for it. And you know what? Just keep your peepers peeled because you never know what's about to come next or when. So
There you go.
Fucking rolling.
Where can they find you on this horrible little social media thing?
Everything at Sky Swamp Orange or skyswamporange.net.
And nowhere else.
Redtube.com. Find us there.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, you'll find the video for Hourglass exclusively.
Me?
Shit.
All right. I have a.
You gonna be crying.
I also have been working on a social media platform. It's called meatspin.com. So if you want to check that out.
That's rude.
Catch us in a chat room near you.
Yo, you can't say that.
It is not approving right now, man.
Oh Jesus Christ! All right, y'all. This has been so fucking good. Thank you for wasting some time with us. I can't say enough how much I can't stop listening to your new album or your old music. You have not left my
Motherfucker,
Spotify.
stop it.
You have not
Stop
left my
running those
Spotify.
numbers up.
I'm gonna run the numbers up on all the old stuff, all of it.
Yo, real quick, fun fact. That's literally what Whipstick will message me randomly, right? And it'll be like him, like he'll send me a video clip and it'll be him driving and he's bumping Simple Strangers. He's like, how you like shit? And I'm just like, fuck.
So if you want to find us, we are at Pics It Didn't Happen official. You got to put the official if you want to find the Instagram. It's just at Pics It Didn't Happen on YouTube and Facebook. Fats King, if you want to find me to argue about dumb shit on the internet, because that's kind of all
wrestling.
I do. I like a lot of wrestling. It's just one of them things. But yeah, again, thank you for doing this, and we'll talk to you guys. I'll see you motherfuckers at camp. I can't.
2 weeks, bro. Hell yeah,
That-
man. Stoked to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. We're gonna. Are you camping or are you doing the hotel?
Well,
Neither.
we found a cabin literally in the middle of the woods, and we thought it would be fitting to do that. And we're just hoping that nobody's pushing buttons in some lab underneath it, you know. But
Coming soon. Sky Swap in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
We will be there all 3 days, so we gonna be partying with everybody
and
just having a good time.
we will absolutely be fucking up a Waffle House nearby. We haven't figured out which one yet, but
Come get smothered, covered, and chunked, fuckers.
I don't know what else to say after that.
That's it.
That's fucking
Sky Swamp
Okay.
smothered.